Nice sunny afternoon, guys. It is Monday, October 28th, and listen to this message. Your customers don't care about your startup. They don't care about your features. They don't care about your innovation. They care about themselves. And if you aren't talking to them, if you aren't catering to them and their little point of view of the world, then you are not going to convert them into customers. So let's go over to the desk and talk about how we're going to revolutionize your sales page, your emails, even your YouTube videos. Let's check it out. You want to know why nobody's paying attention to your startup? Because you're talking about yourself too much. You've been posting in Build in Public, you're proud of your tech stack, your innovative features, your seamless integration capabilities. But here's the brutal truth. Nobody freaking cares. Your potential customers don't wake up thinking about your startup. They wake up thinking about their problems. Today, I'm going to show you the 5 proven ways to talk about your startup that actually get people to not only listen to you, but pull out your credit card and buy your monthly or your annual plans. Or maybe you're just one of those lifetime access startups. Cool. You're about to walk away with 5 methods that can totally revolutionize your emails, your sales page, your YouTube videos, and even your sales calls. The implications are huge. Let's start with method number 1, the day in the life flip. Instead of talking about what your product does, describe your customer's typical day without your solution. Here's what I mean. Let's say you sell project management software. Don't start with, our product dashboard has AI capabilities that streamlines your workflow efficiently. Instead, start with something like this. It's 9 a.m. You've got 3 different spreadsheets open. You're trying to figure out if your team is on track. Your Slack is blowing up with status updates that should have been documented somewhere else. And you're about to walk into a meeting where you'll have to explain to your boss why everything's delayed again. We're not talking about your product here at all. We're living your customer's worst nightmare. Method number 2, the perfect world contrast. This is where you paint 2 pictures, their world now and your customer's world with your solution in it. But here's the key, you have to be specific. A bad example would be, imagine being more productive. A good example is, imagine walking into your next team meeting with a single dashboard that shows exactly who's doing what. No more awkward silences when your boss asks for an update. No more late night Slack messages trying to track down missing deliverables. Just clear, automatic accountability that runs itself. Let me show you how to build this contrast effectively. First, you need to list out your customer's current struggles. Yes, you can use ChatGPT for some of this exercise, but don't just list out the practical problems. Dig into the emotional toll that these problems take. So here's an example from a founder that sells HR software. Their current world, they're spending hours updating employee records, manually tracking vacation requests, chasing managers for performance reviews. That's fine, but that's not emotional enough. Let's add the emotional layer to all this. Feeling like you're dropping important balls, lying awake wondering if you missed something crucial, dreading the next audit, watching your real work piled up while you do all the admin stuff. Then you need to paint the after picture with the same level of detail. Complete employee records updated automatically, vacation tracking that runs itself, performance reviews that managers actually complete on time. And then the emotional transformation. Confidence that nothing's falling through the cracks. Peace of mind during audits. Finally focus on strategic HR initiatives. Now let's move on to method number 3, the secret confession. This is where you acknowledge what your customers are really thinking, but are afraid to say out loud. An example, let's be honest, nobody's actually enjoying writing performance reviews. We all know they're important, but we all pretend like we're doing them regularly, but deep down, we're all putting them off until the very last minute because they're painful, time-consuming, and we're never really quite sure if we're doing them right. Now you've got their attention because you're not just solving their problem, you're showing that you understand their emotional reality. Here's how to find those secret confessions. Look at your customer support tickets. Don't just read the questions themselves, but read in between the lines. So here's an example of a client who sells design software. The ticket might say, how do I create multiple versions of this design? But the real confession is, I'm charging my client for 10 hours of work that should only take me 2 hours of work. Another ticket is there a template for any of this type of project? The confession that you can read between the lines are, I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm afraid my client will find out. These are goldmine for your marketing because when you address these hidden fears, you create instant trust. Method number 4, the money math story. This isn't about ROI or charts or statistics. This is about walking them through the real cost of the problem that hits them where it hurts. An example, take a second and count how many browser tabs you have open right now. Each one of those tabs is a tiny productivity leak. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, switching between tools. But at the end of the week, you've lost 5 hours just managing your work instead of actually doing the work. That's 20 hours a month. and 240 hours a year. At your salary, that's costing you and your company at least $12,000 a year from just you tab switching all the time. Not bad. So let me show you how to build your money math story. Start with something that they can count right now. Number of emails in their inbox, hours spent in meetings, tools that they pay for each month, team members that they have to manage. Then show them the hidden cost, time spent per item, salary cost of that time, opportunity cost, risk cost. Finally, multiply it out into a yearly number that shocks them. Here's a real example from a client who sells email automation software. The average sales rep spends 28 minutes writing a single follow-up email. With 20 prospects a week, that's 9.3 hours just writing follow-up emails. At an average salary of $60,000, you're spending nearly $14,000 per year per rep on writing follow-up emails. With 5 reps, that's almost $70,000 of salary cost in repetitive follow-up emails. And when that startup founder took that framing and put it on their homepage, it tripled their sales. So you see how I expanded that problem and made it feel more and more painful. But I also added a real number next to it so it really sticks in your mind. And finally, method number 5, the insider secret. This is where you expose the industry norms as absolutely ridiculous. An example, the dirty secret of the CRM industry is that they want you to need a full-time admin. They want their software to be so complicated that you have to hire somebody just to manage it. Because once you've hired that person, you're locked in. This works because you're not selling a solution. You're making them feel like they finally are in on the truth. So here's how to find your industry dirty secrets. First, list all the things in your industries that are considered norms, standard practices, just kind of the old guard way of thinking. Long contracts, hidden fees, complicated setups, required training, unnecessary features. Then ask yourself, why does it have to be this way? Now let me show you how to put all 5 of these methods together. Step 1. Customer research. Spend 1 to 2 hours per week interviewing your 3 best customers. Don't ask about the product. Ask about their day. Ask about their frustrations. Ask about what keeps them up at night. Record these conversations and transcribe them. Step 2, pain point mining. Plug these transcripts into ChatGPT and have a live discussion with the text itself. Go into the transcript and highlight specific phrases that they use to describe the problems, emotional words that show their frustrations, numbers that they can mention, industry assumptions they question. These are your raw materials. Step 3, story assembly. Take those highlights and plug them into each of these 5 methods. Build their day in the life, create their perfect world contrast, surface their secret confessions, calculate their yearly money math story, and finally expose their industry dirty secrets. Step 4 is testing. Try each method in a different channel. Email subject lines, social media posts, landing page headlines, sales call openers, even YouTube video openers. Track which ones get the most engagement and double down on what works. So here's your homework. Take your current sales page, take your current pitch deck or your sales emails, count how many times in one of those that you say, we do this, or our solution, or I am this. Now rewrite these and start with the word you. You. Add you as many times as possible. And watch how it transforms your messaging from a sales pitch into a conversation. Then pick one of these 5 methods or find a combination that works for you and apply it to your main marketing message. Test it out for a week, and I guarantee that you're going to see a difference in how people respond. Remember, people don't care about your startup. They care about themselves. The sooner that you embrace the truth, the sooner you'll start seeing real growth. So that's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe. Click the link down below if you want to get the 10 emails that grow your SaaS startup. My name is Jordan P. Anderson, and we'll see you on the next one.